So I got bored one day and I decided to watch a game jam video. I took a bit of inspiration and decided to open Unity and start my own game. As always, I started my game with a legendary square. And this transforms into something a bit more complicated than a square. Anyways, so the first thing I did was create a player, but with animations this time. I made it so the player follows the mouse in order to keep the player movement interesting. I used an enemy AI video to do this, and it used very confusing math. Then after that, I made the player shoot erasers, and I didn't use any confusing math. Then after that, I created my 3 enemies, and you. So first, I created this sprite that looks a bit too much like Kirby, but that's okay. This bouncing object will act as a bigger, a stronger, and a bouncy bullet. But there is a twist, of course, and this is the reason why you are the enemy. When using the bouncy bullet, your health will decrease if you touch it. Also, since you technically touch an object when you fire it, you technically lose health when you fire the bouncy bullet. In order to counter this, I made it so the player can regenerate health. Now obviously this game wouldn't be fun without its enemies, so I'm going to talk about the 3 enemies I created now. The first of these 3 is the quarter note enemy, which stamps in place and then dashes at you. I could have watched one of these tutorials, but you would have to admit that this looks kind of funny, especially when the quarter note is upside down. Now, I kind of forgot how my program works because of my severe lack of comment, which is unfortunately common. Then after that, I created a half note enemy which follows you and then starts moving in random directions, and then follows you again. Now I did add a single comment which is asking you to subscribe. Now the last thing I added is this whole note enemy. It basically shoots bullets at you, and then if you get close, it stops shooting. This may not seem too bad until you realize that there's always going to be multiple of them shooting at you. Also, the player moves in the direction it shoots. So the player moves in the direction of the bullets when shooting. And then it gets hit by the bullets. Then finally, I created these enemy spawners, which would spawn one of 3 enemies every 20 seconds. Then finally I have this mysterious blue bar, which does nothing yet, but I plan to add something to it soon. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments or my Discord server. Now I'll be showing gameplay of this chaotic game from here.